We did it. We are now officially the lamest monetized channel on the planet. We did it, though. We did it. But now I want to thank everybody who's been a part of this entire thing. You guys have been awesome. And we're going for a quick walk to celebrate. Yeah. It's good side income. Yeah, this is passive income to the extreme, you guys. I'm pretty stoked. You know, I didn't think this would ever in a million years be possible. But no, I did think that if I kept working my tail off, I'd eventually get something out of this. And yeah, it's been something. Yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to live stream, though, like I said, even walking around town. So I gotta admit, there's some cool houses up here. So we're gonna kind of go up the crazy hill. I call it the crazy hill just because it's so fucking wild. But yeah, it's a pretty dope little neighborhood. But here we go. So yeah, there's some interesting real estate up here too. If I were to, I don't know. I have no desire to have a nice house. Just a functional one, really. You know, manufactured home. I've always been fine with that. My goal is to have the most diversified portfolio on the planet, though. To some degree. But yeah, here we go. As you guys can see, this right here is it was a for sale house at one point, but somebody did end up buying it. It's one of those that's kind of a bit of a fixer-upper, so it is one that people would have to definitely fix. It's a lot of work that would have to go into it. So we're walking up this hill. It's a treacherous hill. Luckily, I don't have to climb that. But yeah, this is the side of that house. Honestly, other than the shitty roof, I saw some photos on like a real estate website and shit. I was like, that's kind of a tight little house. But yeah, not exactly my cup of tea on that one. I'm too fat for this shit. No, one thing I like about going up this hill is I'm too fucking fat. But no, it's a great, like, a lot of great real estate. Just beautiful up here. Plus, you get a real hell of a view of the town, which is pretty neat. I don't know if you guys can see that behind me, but get a hell of a view of the town and all it's worth. But yeah, wonder if there's anybody in the chats. Well, I don't see any messages specifically, but we'll keep going. But yeah, no, I want to thank everybody who's been a part of this bullshit. You know, it's actually a good hill to walk up. I don't know why I don't actually go up this hill more often. It's very sexy. But yeah, beautiful view up here. I mean, I could see, you know, as I'm standing up here, you can see the majority of the town right around you. What a view. I'm sure people don't want me posted up here, but you see a skate park from there. You can see a good portion of the town. That's Coos Bay for you. Let it sink in. somewhere deep down there, some guy is giving another dude a handy J for some drugs. That's my assumption, at least. But no, there's plenty of people I gotta thank right now, man. Still can't believe it. You know, I even took the day off today just to let it all sink in, because, man, I worked really hard to make this happen. I worked very hard to make all this shit happen. And it's just still blowing my mind right now, man. I'm blown. Not getting blown by a dude though. But we got 2 people. Yeah, feel free to chat, people. Feel free to chat. But yeah, we're going up this hill. It's not a bad place to walk. Oh, probably go to the tippy top. You guys think this is actually an easier hill to traverse than the there's another hill that I went up. It was a really steep one. For those of you who don't remember, it's a very, very steep one. This incline right here is pretty tough, if I'm going to be completely honest. But and look how nice this neighborhood is, man. This is a beautiful neighborhood. This is just, it's a gorgeous neighborhood, man. But it's good to be live, good to be talking to you guys, and I did it. Having an extra stream of income, man, it's really important. But yeah, there were I had a lot of people doubting my ass. Not too many though, but enough. And yeah, I need people to doubt. But such a cool basketball hooper. But yeah, no, I just traversed that hill. That hill's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. It's not an easy hill, but I dig it. But no, I want to thank everybody who made this possible, all the people who watch these crazy videos I make, and giving me the opportunity to actually turn YouTube into a functional stream of income. I couldn't ask for more, man. This is cool. And as you can see, we're pretty close to the highway. There's a church down there. Got all sorts of shit going on down there. Pretty dope though. Like I said, pretty nice neighborhood. But thinking, I could exit on the highway. Why not? And then I could just cross into one of the neighborhoods or something. It's always a possibility. Find my way back to the park or something like that. But yeah, no, it's a lot of good spots and everything. I love it. Yeah, more. It's definitely a celebration walk. Cause I'm feeling crazy right now, man. I worked very hard. You know, I know I do a lot of joke comedy and stuff on the channel, and it seems like, but man, I definitely love sharing the investing experience that I have and doing all that stuff. Let me put this out just a little further. There we go. There we go. But yeah. Pretty good neighborhood over here, though. Seriously, one of the nicer, more bougie ones. But find our way back down. We did it, though, you guys. We did it. Question is, where do I walk to next? Well, I could make my way back. May not be the worst option in the world. Yeah, let's keep walking. Let's keep walking. By the way, if you guys are chatting and I can't see your chats, I'm sorry in advance. I think when I go horizontal. Woo. Hold on, let me take a look here. Okay. Now I can see the chin. Did I just get stung? I think I just got stung by a bee. Whew. So let me check out the chats here real quick. How's it going, Mac Attack? Walk to 7 Devils and tell them you're now fully monetized. I might just do that. I may actually go that route. No, I'm walking along the highway here. Lots of traffic. To be honest, I don't know if this is the best side of the road to be on. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to go back this way. I don't feel like walking all the way around to get back to where I was. We'll take the reverse course. We'll go back down the hill. And yeah, we'll kind of go that route. But yeah, overall, the show, I can't believe it. Now it's all kind of finally sinking in for me. I definitely called out of work, like I said, and it's just shocking I'm fully monetized, man. I definitely still want to do exclusive content from time to time, just so that way the membership is kind of worthwhile for some people. But yeah, it's cool. I did it, you guys. I did it. I still can't believe it. If I'm going to be truthful with you guys, you know, and I actually purposely did not monetize some videos. I left a few long form videos unmonetized on purpose, mainly because, well, you know, like my Trump ones, as much as I love Trump, I'm keeping those unmonetized. You know, it's cool that I get the option to keep certain things monetized and certain things not. Yeah, actually I could go down this route. So this is the side of the highway. People get bustled up. I'm sure there's a fuck ton of drug needles up here. I try to avoid the walking on the side. But yeah, this is cool. Get to be fully monetized and be walking around this town, you know? I dig it. But yeah, hell of a time, man. Hell of a time. And you know, I mean, the best revenge is success. You know, anybody who ever doubted me, anybody ever made me feel bad, my goal is really just to be successful. And kick some ass. But the whole monetization thing is pretty fun. I'm wrecking it, man. I'm wrecking it. But yeah. I'm gonna probably eventually walk back home here in a second, but I'll probably straight down to the park for a bit. You know, I don't plan on being back home until like 12 o'clock or something. That's at least the plan. But yeah, no, I feel like I've done a heck of a job. Kind of looking down real quick. Just you know, this is, you know, some people wonder why my show does so well. I'm not saying it does the best, but like the reason it does well is because people cannot help but hate contrarians, right? So I go against the crowd, not on everything, but on some things, right? So I think that there's a lot of stuff that people do that I think is stupid. And I think the only reason they do that is because they copied some other stupid dude or chick or whoever and decided that that would be a good idea to mimic whatever behavior they're doing. And yeah. So at least that's my way of looking at it. I'll try my best to not get hit by a car. Yeah, just kind of going on the sidewalk here. All right, we're back. We're back in action. Woo. This is great. Take a look at the chat real quick. All messages. Go to City Hall and tell them you are now Coos-Bay's first fully monetized YouTuber and ask them to... That would be a funny joke. I'm Michael Garza. No, dude, there should never... That would feel weird to have a day dedicated to me. It's like, what would I have not accomplished shit in life. I mean, I'm proud of what I've accomplished, but it's not worthy of having a day named after me. That'd be funny, though. Laugh my fucking ass off, dude. But yeah, no, I put in the work on YouTube for sure. I made a lot of content. A lot of it's just live streaming, kind of going around and like I said, thrilled with what I've been able to accomplish, and yeah. Walking around, got my big old titties. Probably chill out in front of under this tree real quick. Whew. All right. But yeah, we're doing it good. We're doing it right. So, oh, no blackberries yet, but we're almost to blackberry season, folks. But yeah, it's one of those things, man. Still, we'll go find a private spot to chill. and we'll do our thing. But yeah, I really do think that the popularity of my channel spawns from people hating me. And the reason people hate me is because I don't think like them, and because I don't, and you know, most people will hate watch this channel, and that's what gets the majority of the views, is just the pure hate watch, you know. And it's awesome, man. I love getting the hate watch. And what if they're doing any open houses today, you know, for real estate and shit? Let's see, we got a house for sale over here. I mean, some of the real estate here, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, because if you live too far into town, the property taxes go through the roof, you know, through the roof. And you know, it's better to kind of live closer to the outskirts of town, or just on the edge of the outskirts of town, you know. At least that's my opinion, at least in a coastal town like this, because the property taxes will eat you alive. And people don't consider the property tax portion of things, and yeah, they just don't. But yeah, feels good to be out here though. Feels good to get a little fresh air. Kind of go through some of the more bougie neighborhoods. Go through some of these nice bougie neighborhoods. I like these neighborhoods. Very calm. Very collect. But yeah, no, man, I seriously, at a certain level, man, you can't help but be a little bit stunned by, when, you know, accomplishing anything. It's tough. I'm still pretty thrilled, pretty stoked. So yeah, we just basically walked around the side, did a little bit of loop. So we're kind of at the beginning of where that hill was. We're back where we started. And what's kind of cool is there is a, is that kind of a hidden, it's like a hidden alleyway, I guess. It's not really hidden, but it's not very noticeable. But I'll walk around a little bit more. I like I said, I could use the walk. I mean, I'm stoked. I can't believe I pulled it off. I pulled it off, man. We did it. We did it. Oh. But yeah, no, that's one of the things. I love having a second stream of income that's really powerful, and if this becomes a passive form of income, I'm stoked. I wanted to bring back some of the more horizontal video format. I'm still going to be doing verticals and stuff, but definitely wanted to bring back more of the format where it's more like this, the horizontal format. You know, it's important. See here. All right. Whew. But yep, just rolling, man. A lot of bougie. I like these bougie neighborhoods, though. You know, even though I mean, when it boils down to, it's like, if I got real estate, it would have to be when the market's shit. Man, ugh. When it comes to real estate, I'm all about buying during shitty times, where everybody's like, I gotta sell. But then again, even then, I just usually go into the stock market and buy during a bear market, and that's usually where most of the wealth comes from. But the stock market's my sugar daddy, if we're gonna be honest. It's always been my sugar daddy. It's always. Scrub daddy's my kitchen sugar daddy. If we were to come up with a list of sugar daddies, I mean, Stock market's one. During a bear markets are usually my sugar daddies, and I'm typically buying like ETFs, index-based ETFs, and then just selling them a little bit later. But most of my portfolio is buy and hold, so that's the way I do it. And the buy and hold formula is pretty simple. I mean, people overcomplicate investing to the point where, you know, I swear, the only reason that people overcomplicate investing is because they watch bullshit channels like CNN, or not CNN. Well, CNN's bullshit, but CNBC, Fox News, Fox Business, and shit. I mean, just the thing is, it's never taught in school that the real money is the assets. That if you save your cash, you're a moron. Really, save your cash, you're dumb. Like, that's just the truth. And there's really nothing more one could say. Oh, dude, somebody's painting. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude, somebody's painting. That's pimp. I'm gonna witness some painting. Oh, there's a trail down here. Didn't realize there was a trail down here until today. I definitely got the fat guy waddle going. All right, I'm gonna get out of people's way real quick. Oh, sorry, duckies. But yeah, I got the ducks. All the ducks. You guys could even see them. Beautiful duckies. Oh, don't worry, buddy. I won't get too close to you. But yeah, no, that's nature at its finest. A little murky in that. They need some algae eaters in this bad boy. But it's beautiful out here. Oh, that duck's actually walking on a little island. All right, I'll leave you ducks alone. Whew. Here we go, here we go. Hello, howdy. Got free Bible courses to give a free advertisement for this here. If you guys don't want to be filmed, sorry about that. That was my bad. This is cool. You mind if I'm trying not to bug too much. Do you mind if I get a photo of just a video real quick of your painting? If that's okay.
It's not really anything yet.
Oh, I mean, as long as, I mean, okay. I won't film it if you don't want me to. I just want to make sure.
Rather not.
Okay.
Not right now.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Still, it's in the process though. It's the most important thing. Pretty cool. But yeah, walking down and get to see the ducks. That's cool, man. Somebody's doing a free Bible course thing down in the park. They're doing painting. You know, honestly, the park is a good place to sell shit. I just realized I just need to go post up at the park with a little mini table and start fucking trying to sell shit. Let's see, but yeah, Tim Smith, Antoine, dude, we did it. Fucking fully monetized, man. I still can't believe it. Man. But the show, I'm going to keep growing this, you know, and still doing affiliate marketing and shit. Affiliate marketing is important, man. It's a good thing. There's a baby duck out there. Yeah, we got one viewer so far. I'm gonna make my way back home here in a second, but figured it would be it's too much of an opportunity to miss out on just walking around and getting some sunshine, getting some fresh air. Because like I said, man, it's I'm still in a small state of shock. Yeah, well, I didn't quit, by the way. I haven't quit my job yet, so but didn't get fired either. But yeah, it's a wild, intense experience. But yeah, walk around a little bit further. The Mingus Park Bridge, of course, we're chilling out here. You know, it is fun to do shows at the park. It's a very beautiful view. Oh, there's a little, that's a crow bathing. So there's a little crow, if you guys can see it. It's bathing in the water, doing a little bird bath. And then it's back on track. Whoa! He just kind of flew at me. That was weird. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he's getting his bird bath on, man. I love it. I appreciate it. But this is cool, really cool. I think I told you guys I already got the Final Fantasy cards in, the Magic cards, which is pretty dope. And Nathan got his box set in as well, which is pretty pimp. But yeah, I can't believe they did a collaboration with Final Fantasy. I love it, man. Anytime there's a Final Fantasy collaboration with anything, I'm just like, hell yeah. But yeah, he got his box set in, and I got my little booster packs. I only got like 9 packs. He got like boxes of 30 packs, and I was like, holy shit, man, what a pimp. But pretty cool. Pretty damn tight. Well, we're kind of chilling out in the shade real quick. Thank you for the like, by the way, whoever gave me the like. And so we got, but yeah, any comments, man? Any comments you guys want to give? Always happy to provide some sort of response to your guys' commentary. Oh, feeling good though, feeling good. Get the walking in. I've been trying to do a little more walking, but yeah, ever since I've been using the exercise ball, it's been better than using the chair. I'm a little sore sometimes, but the beauty is I'm getting the muscles that I don't usually work out worked out. So, you know, soreness is a part of the game, and yep. So we're walking around the park. I figured this is fitting since I've done quite a few episodes with my tripod and my phone in the park, walked around different areas. So this is kind of a fitting celebratory episode. I thought about bringing a beer with me, but I was like, I don't feel like getting arrested for public intoxication today. So I was like, I decided to avoid that. But yeah, it's very pretty out here. Very beautiful place. I'm curious to see if I'll see the turtle. The turtle is something I'm always looking forward to seeing when I'm out here. But yeah, overall, I just want to thank everybody for making this possible, and you guys are the best. Now, if we're lucky, we might be able to see the turtle, if the turtle's still around. That is. He also could have went down the drain to the other part of the pond and decided this part was a little too. Let's see. We'll use the zoom feature on the camera. So try to zoom it in. See if we can see the turtle. If the turtle is still out here, that is. Now, turtle could be anywhere, but he usually hangs out around kind of the grassy area, which is smart. Keeps him away from any potential predators. To be honest, I'm not seeing them, at least not at the moment. But yeah, the nature out here, it's gorgeous, man. These are I think, what do they call these? The Choshi Gardens or something, and got a little mini island out in this little part, which is kind of cool. And you got a little bench over here. Pretty neat. Gonna zoom back in a little bit. Yeah, but this is the Mingus Park, kind of in a more telephoto lens angle. see if we got any more chats. There we go. But yeah, lots of beautiful stuff out here. It's very, very pretty out here. Yeah, I think more. I love the whole bamboo trees. All those are pretty neat and just very gorgeous. But yeah, Mingus Park is great. It's I'm lucky I live so close to this place, and in a lot of ways, this has been like a second office. So being able to kind of contemplate and figure shit out is always fun. But yeah, this has become my second office overall, and I've been able to kick ass as a result, and been trying to play it smart, you know. Trying not to make my own mistakes, but learn from others' mistakes. It's been one of the keys. See here. It's a good little shaded area, though. No, howdy. But yep, just going down this way. Kind of do the lap around the park, quick cycle, and then we'll call it a day. But yep. So I don't see any new chats, nothing yet. But yeah, fully monetized till the ducks. I'm fully monetized. I'm fully monetized, everybody. I did it. I'm gonna go into the shade for a bit of this in this area. It's a good spot to chill out. There's a can of tuna sitting over here. I'm not gonna sit down on this bench though. But yeah, it's quite a feat, man. Quite a feat. All I gotta say is we did it. Well, we all did it, you know. I can't say this is all me, man. People who view, people who want to see the show. Like I said, I got a million people to thank. I got, yeah, I'm gonna sit down on the bench. I'm gonna thank Mr. Donaldson. Thank you, Yoggers, and thank you, you know, guys who kept me, wanting to do this. Guys like my boy Strongman Personal Finance. He was a big motivator for me, in the sense that I would see him do content, and I was like, well, you know, I've got, you know, the technical skill. He's a little more knowledgeable than I am for sure, but I think I might have a leg up on technical skill when it comes to the recording side of all this shit. But I try not to grift. I think he keeps me honest, you know, because he's, I wouldn't exactly call him like a grifter killer or anything, but he's definitely one of my favorite YouTube guys to watch. Make sure you guys subscribe to Mr. Strongman. He really is good. But yeah, overall, I've just had a good time doing this show, and I don't want to stop. I want to keep going, and I'm still going to try to do the memberships and things like that. Just because I'm monetized on one field doesn't mean I need to stop getting extra income on the other. So, you know, having the memberships, having the super chats is really cool, and I just want to thank you guys for being part of all this. And I'm not going to say like part of the journey. There wasn't really much of a journey. I don't really travel very far. But no, having you guys even watch the show is, it shocks me that I have viewers. But you know, I shouldn't be shocked. I guess I have some sort of a personality. So, but we're gonna keep up the show. We're gonna keep it going, and still can't believe it. We pulled it off. You know, and you know, my family thought it was some of my family thought it was a stupid idea and didn't really give me any form of encouragement at all. So But I prove them wrong. You know, as Frank Sinatra said, the best revenge is success, and that's always been, you know, revenge is a good motivator. I mean, it's a bit of a toxic motivator for sure, but I try not to let the whole revenge thing take over. You know, I try not to. But my main focus is to truly just be successful for me. And I think it's good to be selfish. I think we spend so much time accusing everybody of being selfish that we don't find time to be selfish for ourselves. That sounds a little counterintuitive, but it makes sense to me at least, to some degree. Some philosophy right there. But yeah, the main goal for me is still rack up assets, you know, not rely on just YouTube as a stream of income, you know. Take whatever income I get from YouTube and invest the hell out of it. If you know me, I'm all about investing consistently, frequently. I don't know why this can of tuna. Look, there's a can of tuna here. Somebody left their tuna. Don't leave your tuna. But yeah, it's I did it though. We did it. Like I said, I can't just say that I did it because, like I said, everybody contributed. Even the people who hate this channel. There are a lot of people who hate this channel, by the way. But you contributed to the success. You added the watch time hours. You shared my videos. And for that, I can't, you know, I love it. It's free advertising. So, you know, this is one of the reasons why I say my contrarian viewpoints give me an advantage, by the way. It's, you know, a lot of, you know, my parents, you know, like my dad always said it would be kind of a bad thing to go against the grain, you know. As they say, it's insane to go against the grain, but to be honest, I'd rather be the nut. I'd rather be the nut because I've been able to accomplish more by being contrarian than being like every other person in my family. Most of them trashed the shit out of me, made me feel like shit, and here I am being actually successful. And the best revenge is success. The best revenge is success, and I'm proud to say that I'm successful as shit. And I'll scream at the top of my lungs. I'm proud, you know, considering so many people have, you know, screwed with me, made me feel like garbage. I'm happy to be able to give them the finger to some degree, and it's power I don't deserve. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. Overall, it's this is the way I wanted it to be, and the way it should be. So I want to keep making content to the best of my ability, and hopefully it's content that people enjoy to a larger scale. And but yeah, I get to make passive income off this, and it couldn't be easier. Yeah. But another thing is, you know, I love doing free advertising for people. It's another thing. It's kind of my way of giving back. So if there's businesses that are struggling, but they got really cool products, but they don't know how to market, I'm going to try my best to do free advertising for them. Just because I love seeing a business that has good products, you know, succeed. And usually a lot of the times these companies, they won't succeed because they're just not good at marketing. And they just don't, they just need a little more eyeballs. But it's always a good time, man. But yeah, it's like I said, I'm going to repeat it again. You know, Frank Sinatra's old saying, the best revenge is success, and I've been able to be successful. And you know, a lot of my family who doubted me, who constantly made me feel like shit, they can suck it. They can suck it long, shuck it hard. That's all I got to say. But yeah. And I, you know, in my life, I've not had a lot of encouragement, and maybe it's a good thing. Maybe me being pissed off was the flint to create the flame. You know, Dolphin Tactics says, "Hi there. What are your thoughts about the 401ks?" I think they're fairly tax advantaged. 401k is. I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to 401ks because I've never had one. I've only had brokerage accounts because it's easier. I prefer full control. I don't like having to go through multiple proxies just to get a hold of my 401k. There's also a lot of rules and limitations to 401ks. Another reason I don't have a 401k is a lot of normal people use them, and not a lot of normal people use brokerage accounts. They're too busy just, using their 401k. And now 401ks are great. Look, if you want to be hands off and you don't mind some of the rules that come into play with 401ks and you're willing to, buy and hold at any time, sure. Absolutely, go for a 401k. That's up to you. Is it a little more tax advantage? I can't say for sure if it is or not. But honestly, I'll take a little bit of a hit on taxes if I need to, and having a brokerage account allows me to put in as much money as I want into my brokerage account, and then just buying any asset I feel like willy nilly. So 401ks are great. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't have them if your employer offers them, and they do like a 401k match or something. Sure, go for it. My employer, I think they do a 401k, but I think the match is kind of trash, so I don't even bother with it. What's really pisses me off is Oregon has this what do you call it, investment thing, like it's called Oregon Invests or whatever, and I hate the state of Oregon with a passion. I hate government too, so I honestly don't like the government holding any of my assets because the government, and I hate incompetence, so I'm very anti-government. Like I should say I'm anti-government having control over my life. I'm not about anarchy. I'm about minimal government. Just enough to make sure there's order to some degree. But yeah, outside of it though, man, I think 401ks they're all right. It's better than nothing. My dad, he doesn't even have a 401k because he's a moron. But he doesn't have. He's only going to be relying on Social Security in his retirement, and with how much he drinks, he's not going to live very long. It's unfortunate. But yeah, I one of the things is it's just like my dad he doesn't want to retire early. He never wanted to, which honestly, like I think the thing is it's not about retiring early for me. It's about not having to work out of fear. I think was the biggest thing. I saw my dad throughout my life working out of fear, and not out of investing, right? I think it's more important to learn how to invest. In fact, if if Brittany and I have kids, and which I wouldn't mind having at least one kid with Brittany, that'd be cool. Got to teach them investing, man. Got to teach them the principles. I think learning investing at a very young age, long-term holding, you name it, is so important at a young age. Like, it's huge. I think that more people, so many parents encourage their kids to get jobs when in all reality, you need to encourage them to invest first. I say invest first, be an employee second. You know what I mean? Let's see. Dolphin Tactics says 401k or a savings account. Well, here's the problem with a savings account that I have. My main issue with savings accounts, even if they're high yield, is they don't tend to beat inflation at all. So, I mean, I'm not a fan of 401ks either, but I'd rather, if I were to choose, I would choose a 401k over a high yield savings account. But honestly, individual brokerage accounts are the way to go, in my opinion. They're not as tax advantaged, but honestly, I have no limit to how much money I could put in. I could put in as much as I want, invest as much as I want. It's one of the reasons I'll retire early more than my family could ever imagine. So, and I'm proud of it. I'm arrogant about it to a fine degree. I'm proud of how arrogant I am about it. Like, I've got no problem with it. But yeah, no, I wanted to do a more moving video anyway, where I'm just like in different parts of the park. It's a good spot, man. I love living fairly close to the park. It's nice. I wouldn't say I'm like super duper close or anything, but close enough to where it's like a good, I'd say like half a mile distance from the park. But yeah, overall, I think that just the fact that the channel's booming, the fact that it's going well, the fact that I keep getting more subscribers is, that's mainly because I put out a lot of interesting content. A lot of it's contrarian. Like I said, people love to hate contrarian thinking, because even though people say that they love uniqueness, it's a lie. People don't like uniqueness or different ways of thinking. People prefer their bubbles, and most people do. I actually enjoy being in a room where nobody agrees with me. It's more fun. Maybe I'm a sadist or something like that, whatever that term is. Um, Maybe I like punishment from my peers. Maybe I want to have a ball gag on. I'm just kidding. but uh, but yeah, no, my contrarian behavior is one of the I would say is one of the key reasons this channel's been successful. I'm one of the few voices that is anti-Bitcoin. Bitcoin's stupid. And I'm very, always trying my best to find ways to keep on rolling. But yeah, let's take a quick gander here. Go up a little further. So there's a nice little trail up here, and pretty good, pretty solid spot. I like it up here. Man, I could just walk around all day and just be content with it. Walking up the hill real quick. Here we go. All right, here's a more shaded area. How much battery life do I have? 52%, nice. Whew. But you know what, actually, I'm just gonna sit down on the normal bench. I'm a little tired. All right. But here we go. We did it. We all did it. In fact, I'm gonna face this way a bit. Yeah, this is it's a little wild sometimes. It's been tough. I remember when my YouTube channel first got shut down completely. My dad was total douchebag about it. He said, "Oh, you shouldn't have the opinions you have," basically. And I was like, you know what? And it turned out they shut it down incorrectly, so they ended up giving me my channel back. But the point is, my dad has no faith in me, doesn't like to see me succeed, and honestly, I think he celebrates when I make a shitty decision. It's one of the reasons why I have such a problem, actually having a good relationship with the man, because he's never celebrated any accomplishments of mine. He's very critical, and yeah, it was tough for me to actually want to call him up on Father's Day, but I did it anyway because I hadn't talked to him for months. I still love him. I should not expect him to change, because he won't. He's still going to be a cunt. He's still going to be a terrible person, and yeah. Sorry about that last one. But yeah, overall, it's just one of those things for me. I've tried my best to, to do what I can to be successful, and it just sucks when, when your own father is just kind of feels like he's always against you, sort of thing. And yeah, not one congratulatory anything. It's just so. I don't even plan on celebrating the news with him, because he'd just be critical of me. He's an idiot though. He watches stupid liberal shows like he watches like MSNBC. He watches like CNN. He thinks that the Democrat Party is actually a good party. Truth is, they invented the KKK. They're a terrible party. But I'm trying not to be too hard. I'm trying not to be too rude to my dad. So. It's not easy. Not easy. But yeah, overall, it's fun to be able to go be out here at the park and be able to chill out with you guys and still do the show the way I usually do it. Pretty early too. I usually don't do a show this early. But the reason I'm doing it this early, so I called out from work today because I was like, I got monetized. I'm more excited about that than the people I have to work for. So yeah, the people I have to work for have been awful. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I've never been micromanaged more in my life. But yeah, I'm very happy I called out today. It was one of the better decisions I made. Yeah, it hurts my reliability, mainly because I don't really care if I'm reliable for this stupid company anymore. You know what I mean? There are things that are worth doing that I would rather be doing than overall. Oh, there's a squirrel. I think it's a squirrel. It's something. It's yeah. See you guys? Look at a little squirrel. Oh, he's going away. He's going away. Oh, hello, little guy. It's a little tiny squirrel. Look, a chipmunk. Hello. I think I gave him. Oh, that's maybe the same chipmunk or squirrel or something that I gave food to last time. He like came pretty close. I waved hi to the little guy, but oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, he just hopped. This is insane. I get to. This is one of the reasons why I love coming to the park, especially in this area, because not a lot of people come up here. But you get to see cool shit like this, with this cool little squirrel chipmunk thing. Man, if I start bringing this chipmunk some like good quality like chipmunk food or squirrel food or whatever the hell, I think it's a chipmunk, but then again, I'm kind of dumb when it comes to animals. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's a horse. Let's see. But yeah, just as a heads up, like I said, thank you guys. Like I said, totally crazy. I get to make anti-Bitcoin content, which is really fun, and we might be able to see. Maybe we'll get a sponsor one of these times, so we can connect with brand deals and stuff, and do some interesting things. And I do love having the watch time ads on here. It's pretty legit, actually. But we're pretty close to the 5,000 subscriber marker too, which is even crazier. But yeah, a lot of this is really just kind of a big middle finger to my dad for doubting me. He's always been, never. It just blows my mind. He just can't be encouraging, and I don't know what it is, you know. And it's like, accomplish, celebrate accomplishment, yeah, celebrate some form of growth. I think celebrating your growth is a good thing. And yeah, am I still going to grow the channel as much as I can? Yes, absolutely. First off, this has been a very me episode. I'm trying to avoid that, but I can't help it. I can't help it. I do want to talk more about, how you guys can continue to invest successfully. And yeah, that matters more to me right now. As much as I want to make money off doing this, I also like being able to get money for having advertisements is key to all this, because it makes it to where I don't have to take out of your guys' pockets for any reason. I really want to avoid that. I do enjoy doing the affiliate marketing stuff because I'm really taking out of your pockets if it's a product you actually want to buy and enjoy. It's a big deal. But yeah, it matters to me. So I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, just for everybody, just being so awesome and being so. A lot of people even strangers have been more supportive than my family, which is shocking. Big shout out to my girlfriend. I know she hates my trolling a lot. She can't. I know she doesn't like it very often. I don't know. I have a certain sense of humor that's very tough to get used to, probably for some people. And You know, she struggled with it. But you know, she loves me for who I am. She knows I got a good soul. She knows I mean well. But I do love to troll. Honestly, wholesome trolling is what I call what I do. What I do is fairly wholesome. Like I never go get violent. I never do any pranks that are like gonna make somebody keel over. I do like to say ridiculous things though. I think that's very fun, and I think that's kind of the key to the show. And hello, Chipmunk. What up, dude? Dude, you're right in front of me. This little guy's like right in front of me, dude. He's just wandering around. This is so cool. Hi, buddy. Where'd you go? This is crazy. Yeah, Chipmunk's just like having a good time. Chipmunk. Dude, I can't believe this. This is so dope. It couldn't be better, man. I get to hang out with a chipmunk from for this time. Hell yeah. But, it's cool. I only have to work 3 days the rest of the week. And like I said, part of me does expect to get fired at some point. I do believe that I have no trust in my company, if we're going to be completely honest. The company I work for is just it's terrible. I did go on their Reddit forum. Oh, hi, he's back again. Hi, guy. Hi, fella. Oh, he's so cute, man. I just want to like scoop him up and pet him, man. That's so cool. It'd be cool to have like a squirrel that like hangs around, my house or whatever. That'd be neat. I think squirrel. I still don't know if that's a chipmunk or a squirrel. You guys would probably know better than me. It seems a little small to be a squirrel, so I'm just going to assume it's a very chunky chipmunk. That's my assumption, at least. But yeah, no. Once again, I got to thank my girlfriend Brittany. She's been very, she's been very supportive. She's not a big fan of the type of stuff I talk about on the channel, especially in the realm of politics, which I totally get it. We don't really align on that at all. But she, I think we have a mutual respect that we have our own belief systems, and our belief systems are not that far apart, which is good. So one thing I could say as a form of relationship advice to anybody out there, if you have some polar opposite viewpoints to your partner, men and women are different in the way that they think, the way that they do. Men have different interests than women, and that's just important to realize. And if both of you can be, both people in the relationship can be adults and realize that, you're especially when it comes to like man and woman relationships, because like men and women are different, like straight up, like some, it's not even meant, by the way, that comment's not meant to be sexist to anybody out there who's offended. But what I'm trying to say is that men and women are just different. They think differently. And it's not a bad thing. There's advantages to this. Like, for instance, I naturally have these protecting instincts. Like, I want to be a protector. And then naturally, I'm also very, what do you call it? I don't mind conflict, that sort of thing. And most women avoid conflict. Most women are very agreeable. Most men are very disagreeable. I try to be as smart about my disagreeabilities as possible. I try. But yeah, I will say one thing to expect on this show is that I will probably not be going to any more of those anti-Trump rallies, only because it's a toxic environment, and my mind and body is better kept in places where it's not that toxic. That No Kings protest might have been one of the, I wouldn't say scary, because a lot of them were very wimpy people. So, I mean, if anybody did attack me, I'd have the upper hand because I'm built like a refrigerator. But yeah, no, a lot of those people at that No Kings protest kind of were jerks. If I'm just going to be frank and honest, they were not nice to me. And I was kind of hoping they would be, at the very least. But, I can't expect too much. I can't expect too much out of those types of people. And that's okay, Best, most intelligent thing is I don't want to change anybody. My goal really is to change myself, is to upgrade myself, and I think that trying to, well, I never try to force people to see my way. Although I was rapping about Joe Biden when I was there. But yeah, a lot of people got real pissed at me. It's like, you guys voted for him. Like, these people voted for Joe Biden. These are the same people who now they're all saying that they never did. It's like, bullshit, you did. It's like the people who said that they hate Nickelback, but they used to listen to Nickelback all the time. It's haters. What's up, little guy? It's so cool. The chipmunk is just chilling. I think that chipmunk's curious about me, man. It just keeps coming back, forth, back, forth. It's noticing that I'm not really doing anything crazy. But yeah. Just wild times, you guys. Wild times, man. We did it. We did it. Also, what's cool is the short videos are monetized too, so it's kind of more of an encouragement to make more short form content, which honestly was what got this channel so big to begin with. So I'm going to be trying to do a lot more live content, live and short videos, kind of avoiding pre-recorded videos for the most part, because live videos are just kind of where it's at. You get most of your viewership points from, you get most of your watch hours from live videos, and YouTube likes to encourage it, so they like to encourage the whole super chat thing, which I'm down for. If anybody wants to give me super chats, I'm always for it. I see we got 2 people viewing right now, so if anybody's got any comments, suggestions for the show, questions, you name it, man. I'm all ears. At least I'm trying to be. But yeah, to kind of elaborate on the question, the 401k versus the savings account, the reason a 401k would be better in my mind is that the assets held in there are pretty diversified. So you're at least getting some form of protection against inflation to a lot of degrees. And you're getting real growth because a lot of the companies that are usually held in a lot of those 401ks are pretty solid. They do tend to keep 401ks very diversified. But at the same time, I mean, you can create your own diversification by just having your own individual brokerage account and then just, buying one share of every ETF that you want to buy. Like, for instance, like I always say, Robinhood, I don't have to pay a commission fee. Charles Schwab, I don't have to pay a commission fee on there either for anything I want to purchase when it comes to individual stocks. So it's a win-win situation. Well, we got 5 viewers in the live stream. Hell yeah. Stock Family Farm says, I like precious metals myself. Silver is fairly easy to stack and undervalued. Absolutely. I cannot agree more with that. I will say silver does have a little more volatility, but that can kind of be an advantage because during the times where it's lowest in value, you usually stack up on silver. Let's see. Dolphin Tactics says how to use 40 hours of PTO correctly. Yeah, I don't like to call out sick, but honestly, like I said, my job is, I wouldn't say dead to me completely. I do the job because I make money doing it. But the reason I do this is not only because I make money. Obviously, I like making money. I like having income. But you see, I believe in the whole idea of incentive. I need the incentive. If I know that I'm going to make money off this, that gives me more incentive to create good content, right? So to ignore that human beings need incentive, including myself, I am no exception to this rule. I need incentive to do something. And somebody says motivation. You don't need motivation, you need incentive. So like you have to figure out like this is why I hate it when people say motivation. Motivation is the gayest word of all time. motivation is the dumbest word of all time. I prefer inspiration. I prefer preferably incentive. I think that if people incentive is a less sexy word, but human beings require incentive. And if you're so focused on motivation, which you don't need motivation, you need incentive. And they are different, by the way. Motivation and incentive are actually two different animals. People would argue with me that I'm wrong, but I don't fucking care what they think. Look, incentive and motivation, two different animals. I'm serious when I say that. And if you don't believe me, I don't fucking care. That's my belief. And so the motivation, the inspiration, the incentive, if you will, the incentive for me to do more shows is predicated, can I get some income? That does take time to do this. You know, so if I can get even little small streams of income through ad revenue, it's fantastic. So I'm more than willing. And I may even start doing more horizontal live streams. I have 5 people viewing right now, which is incredible. So if I keep doing more of these live streams and keep really ooh, that was bright, plugging away, I can really have a big advantage over anybody. Mainly because I put in the work. I do put in the work. It's one of those things that yeah, absolutely put in the work. And it's paying off. You know, it's one of those things that it does pay off in the long run. Maybe a little bit. And yeah, I do got to make my way home though, because my girlfriend's gonna be on lunch here pretty soon, so I want to make sure that. But yeah, let me see here. But yeah, this is fun, man. It's fun. I really do enjoy doing this show. I mean, I can't stop doing this show, man. It's like one of the best things. But yeah, this is been one of my favorite spots to do the show. Just chilling out on this bench. I prefer standing up when I do it, but honestly, because I did that crazy hill walk, I think I do need to, you know, let my legs rest a bit. And I'm getting a little more fit, which is nice. A little more fit is always a plus. Yeah, this is great though, man. Can I just thank you guys? I want to thank you guys. I've thanked you guys a million times, but I got to thank you guys a million times more. I want this to be heartfelt, man. Tim Smith. I appreciate you, brother. It's like you're the Canadian brother I never had. I mean that with a little bit of jokiness, a little bit of seriousness too. You're awesome, man. I've enjoyed having really fun conversations with you, bro, and I look forward to many more. And not just for the channel's sake. I just enjoy talking to you, man. You know, a lot of people like my boy Anthony, Christian. Thank you guys. You guys have been awesome. Ty Lord, my boy. Ty Lord's my biological stepson. And then, you know, my brother's been pretty supportive. He's, you know, he's done a lot to keep the channel going. So, in a lot of ways, just because he's been, you know, I want to make sure that he always can rely on me if he needs me in this life. So my goal, and same with my girlfriend, I want to make sure that I'm reliable, and you know, having a second stream of income is really a solid thing for me. And I'm trying to turn the website realgarza.com into a third stream of income. Crossing my fingers on that one. I don't know how successful that'll end up, but we'll see. We shall see. And but yeah, man, this is it's great. So, but you guys have made a lot of this possible, and seriously couldn't have done it without you guys. Mean it. I make content, but it's nothing. It doesn't matter if I make content, no one's there to listen to it. It doesn't mean anything. The whole reason I make this content is to share my knowledge and experience with, and the fact that you guys watch is really neat. And I try not to waste your guys' time too much, and I do tend to do some shitty, stupid episodes. I'll admit it. But yeah, the goal is, you know, to be as pure of heart as I can, and really just try to have fun with you guys as much as I can. because you guys have made this show possible, man. All you guys, like, good, better than good. Like, the show wouldn't be shit without you guys. So as long as there's people who are willing to learn, willing to hear out my anti-Bitcoin rants, and want to talk about what is actually valuable, what isn't valuable, then I will always be happy to have a platform. I do intend on doing more of these nature videos, though, where I'm maybe not walking around per se, maybe standing up, and doing the show. But it's just fun being able to still do this. Well, I am going to make my way home, because I know my girlfriend usually takes lunch around this time, getting close to this time for the. It's funny. I'll actually know if she's there by looking at my notifications real quick. No additional notifications. Got it. Well, I do want to thank you guys, though. Really appreciate all your guys' efforts in keeping the show alive. You guys are the best, and I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm gonna go tenfold on the effort level. Hold on. Let me watch. Hold on. Let me take a look at the all messages. So my motivation right now is to get my pool filled, and the incentive is that I get to swim in it in a few days. Hell yeah, brother. Dude, get that pool going, bro. That's awesome. I think it's pretty pimp that you got a pool, man. Thank you, my man. This is, by the way, you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to Stock's Family Farm. He's been really cool to me. He was one of the guys I met at the anti-Trump rally. He was really cool. Him and I were the only two counter protesters that showed up. And I think he's, it takes. I honestly think it takes a lot of balls to show up in the field of the opposition. It's a little stupid, but it takes balls. We were both kind of dummies for it, but no, it's worth it. I think it's a test of one's ability to critically think, because if we're trapped in our own echo chambers, we then lose our ability to doubt ourselves. And I think, not in a bad way. I'm just talking about, it's good to have your beliefs questioned. Not in a totally negative way, but like, yeah, I don't believe. It's good to hear other people's points of view, even if you believe they're wholeheartedly wrong. You don't have to change your mind. This is the one thing that people don't get. A lot of people don't get. Just because you go into an opposing viewpoint doesn't mean you have to change your mind. There are times that it usually just kind of reinforces my mindset on a lot of things, but there are times that I've changed my mind for sure, just by talking to people who I don't agree with. And TJ and I had that opportunity when we went to that anti-Trump rally, so that was really cool. So TJ, man, I appreciate you big time, dog. And like I said, everybody, make sure you guys subscribe to Stock's Family Farm. The reason I'm encouraging it is because, one, YouTube can be a real source of income, and honestly, it's nice. It's real nice. But yeah, I took the day off from work today. Usually don't do that, but this was kind of a cause to celebrate because we finally got watch time. We finally get ad revenue. And I've been really working my ass off on this, big time. Well, I got nothing else to say. I want to thank you guys. Just have an incredible day.